Guys, it's June 10th, Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Today is my son's birthday. Yay, he turned 10 years old today. Side note, but he's going to Knott's Berry Farm today, and we'll be doing some other celebrations. But anyway, that's a side note. Thank you for those that are going to congratulate him ahead of time. So I sold all these items on Amazon and eBay. One of them on Amazon and 5 on eBay in the last 24 hours. So between Monday morning and early today. Which one do you think of all of these? Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 books, 2 CDs, and an 8-track. Let me know in 1, 2, 3. It is, nope, it's this one. The Edge of Enchantment. This was a donation. So this book, The Edge of Enchantment, has been listed. Sovereignty and Ceremony in Huatulco, Mexico. This has been on my shelf since 2022. That's how long it took to sell, and it only sold for $6.99. So definitely would not put this up for sale again. And it's a big book, so it's really nice to sell it and get it out of here because it is taking up space. So that's sold on Amazon. And the rest of them on eBay. Let's see. So I did sell a 8-track, and it is Yardbirds Live featuring Jimmy Page. I don't know the year, but anyway, that sold for $17.39 plus shipping. If you remember, I made some videos about these 8-track tapes. It was a trade. I don't know what the date was, but anyway, it sold for 17 bucks. So there are some individual 8-tracks that will sell for decent money. Most of them are from the early 80s. There's some that are older that sell for good money individually, but look for those ones from the early 80s because those tend to be worth a little bit more money in general. I sold this CD for $12 plus shipping. It is an international soundtrack, as you can tell. Really great condition. This came from a big donation that I got years ago, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 years ago. $12 plus shipping on that one. And then this CD lot came from those Gaylords, CD-only Gaylords, those 5 CD-only Gaylords that I got a while back. It's Beethoven's Wig 1 and 2, and these are actually signed. Sold for $20.09 plus shipping. These took a little bit longer to sell, but still $20 sale is nice. This one I listed recently, Perfect Victims and the Politics of Appeal. This one came from those 20 boxes of books that were donated. This was a $16 and change sale plus, I think it was like $16.89, something like that. I took an offer yesterday, plus shipping. So that one, and then lastly, this was the best sale, Ideas image book from Getty Images. This was a donation, guys, in March of 2022, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. I listed it for $99, but $40 is nice for a long tail. So not a bunch of high profit items, but sales are sales. Keep it moving, keep listing, keep running promotions, keep taking offers, all that kind of stuff. The bottom line is you want to sell your inventory, not have it sit on your shelves. So the faster you can sell it, the better. So I'm happy with the last 24 hours, and I'm going to ship them right now. Hello everybody, I want to share with you what I sold on eBay, excuse me, and Amazon over the last 24 hours. It is Thursday. What is it? It is June 12th, 2025. I'm Andrew from 510 Books, and I sold 5 items on eBay and 1 on Amazon. This is the CD I sold on Amazon for $14 and change, literally called Yodeling Cowgirl. And this came from a Gaylord that I got quite a long time ago, so it took a while to sell. But $15 sale on Amazon, that's fine with me. Sales are sales. I'm not focusing on Amazon right now. but the rest are eBay. So I'm just going to go through these. This one here is the book, Alan Watts on the Taboo Against Knowing Who You Are. This one came from, wow, 30 boxes of books. The donation that I got back in May, sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Sells pretty regularly. Not a lot of profit, or not a high profit item, I should say. There is good profit, just not a high profit item. But that did sell pretty quickly. This one came from a trade, a VHS tape, My Bodyguard. I took an offer of $15 plus shipping. It's fine. Happy to do it. It wasn't something that was going to be a big profit. I had it listed for 30 bucks, but I just listed it a couple of weeks ago, so I'm happy to get the $15. Sometimes you have to decide, is it really worth asking for 20, 18, 21, and then losing the sale? You just have to ask yourself, where did you get it? Did you get it for free? Did you trade? Did you buy it? How much did you spend on it? If it was in a bulk buy, came down to be like a quarter, then maybe $15 is fine. If you spent $2 or $3 on it, which I don't recommend for this particular VHS tape, but then you're probably going to want a little more money, but it's up to you. I also sold this book, which if you remember, I picked up in a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. It was a book pickup, or about, I think it was like 6 or 7 boxes, and I had said, well, there weren't very many good books in there, and there weren't, but this is one that was in there that actually sold. And again, I had it listed for $39.99. I got a $20 offer. It took about a month to sell. I'm fine with it. 20 bucks, and keep it moving. A big old book, omnibus. It's in, don't know, what language is that? I don't know if it's German or if it's a different language, but that one sold. And then I just listed this. I just picked this up yesterday. TRS-80 interfacing, programming, assembly language programming from Radio Shack, using the Z80 and the TRS-80. This is a lot of 4 books. I literally listed this yesterday, and it sold for full price, $29.99. Someone offered me $10.01 for this, and I didn't bother countering, and then I sold it for full price. So these kind of older programming books can go for good money, but do your research. I did my research, and it looked like, or I could see that they were selling the TRS-80 books. And then finally, I've been cleaning out, slowly going through and bringing here to my bookstore where I am, book and media store, open today. I've been going through stuff at my second location. It's in the back. It's been sitting there as I slowly start to clear it out. And this was one of them, and it turns out it is a limited edition, signed and numbered lithograph by Magic the Gathering artist Nene. I think that's how you say it. It's actually, her name is Nene Thomas. Nene? I'm not sure. Print number 289 of 5,000. Turns out this is pretty valuable. I looked it up, and there's only one of these signed lithographs that's sold in the last 90 days, and that one sold for like 250 bucks, and the other ones are going for a lot of money. So I listed this for $199.99 yesterday, and it sold for full price. And I took photographs of this corner here, showing that the print is partially torn in the corner, but everything else is fine. And it sold for 200 bucks. So a really nice sale. I never sell prints or lithographs or anything like that, but I had it, did the research, and made a really nice sale. The other thing I want to talk about, someone left a comment on one of my videos about selling media on eBay is razor thin margins, and I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if they've personally sold media or if they just don't know how to sell media, but that's just not true. If you're selling low profit items, then it's true. But if you're selling higher profit items, it's not true. I mean, I sold this for $15 and this for $14.99. My Bodyguard, let's see, I sold it for $15. I made, after fees and shipping, $10.69. And then this one sold for $14.99, and after fees and shipping, I made $11.33. So those are nice profit, as far as I'm concerned. 15 into 11 and 10, almost $11 for the other one. $22 of profit out of $30 of sales for an item that I got in a trade and a donation. They're not high profit, but the margins are nice. This one I sold for 20 bucks. Let's see. And made $15.08 off of it. That's a nice profit. It's not a high profit, but it's a nice margin. About this book lot that I told you about that I sold for $29.99 plus shipping. I got all of these for free. If I had paid, a buck or two for each one, it wouldn't have made sense. So again, it has to make sense, right? Where can you get books for free? That's a different conversation. Watch a lot of my videos. But you can, or $24.99, I'm sorry, $29.99, and then I profited after all fees, eBay fees, and shipping. It was $24.70. That's really nice profit margin. I got them for free. If I had paid a buck each, well, then I got to take $4 out, and then it's $20.70. Still a nice profit. $30 into $24.70 is really nice. Is it a big profit? No, but we're talking about profit margin, right? And you want to talk about a bigger profit item? It's this one. I sold it for $199.99 after fees and shipping. I made $168.68. That's a nice fat high profit item. This one $24. This one $168. But I can sell. It's less likely I'm going to find these items or this particular item. I'm going to find it less often than I am going to find this. So that's why I like to say $30 and up. Sort of like the sweet spot for me is about like $30 to $60. Selling my items are in that range. In that spot, you can sell a bunch of them to like 30 to 60, maybe a little higher to 70. Then you're doing really well. If you can sell 5 to 10 items a day, there's gonna be a nice profit in there. Finishing this video about profit and media, I just want to share these books that I've come across that I'm going to be listing on eBay. That came from this most recent, what is it called? I'm really tired. This most recent book pickup. So there was like 7 boxes. I showed you briefly in the video, I believe. And the woman says there's a bunch more in the garage. So these are a bunch of magic trick books. And there's some other different ones as well. This one too. These are the ones I mostly want to show because these are legitimate prices. So when it comes to selling media, it's no different than selling any other niche on eBay or anywhere else, on Amazon, whatever it is. You have to know where the money is. So I could start selling, I don't know, mugs, and there's, you go to the thrift store, you go wherever, and there's a million mugs. I don't know which ones are worth anything. So what do I have to do? I have to start learning. I have to start finding out which are the ones to look for. And there's probably a ton of them. There's way more mugs to not look for, to avoid, than there are to actually pay attention to. And it's the same for media. All these books you see over here, they're not high profit books that I can sell on Amazon or on eBay or in my store. These are like $2 to $10 books. And there's great books in here, don't get me wrong. I put stuff out that people are actually buying based on what I see on Amazon and eBay, and also the topic for the people that come in here and just in general. But, you have to know, right? You have to have an idea at least. And when it comes to books, there's so many, no one will ever know all of them. You have to use things like, a scanning tool, or if it's pre-ISBN, then you have to use eBay. You have to do research. So when it comes to that, they're like all these books I have out here. This has an ISBN, that has an ISBN, that does, I don't think this one does. No, this one does not. And then this one does not. So it helps to have all the tools. You got to have a scanning app. Using the Amazon scanning app is not very helpful. I'd recommend, I use Scoutly. There's other ones you can use. It doesn't matter which one. They're all basically the same. They're going to give you information on one screen so you can make a quick decision whether or not it's something to sell or to look more into. And then eBay, of course, is a free app that you can... Scoutly you have to pay like at least $10 for a month. eBay is free, but you can at least see what's selling, or how many offers there are, like how many people are selling that book, what it's going for. Then you can see in the last 90 days how much or how many of that book have sold. So this book, Audio Cyclopedia, is selling for I'm gonna list it for $80 on eBay plus shipping. That's a legit price. And this is the second edition, second printing, so that goes for more. I could sell it on Amazon, but I would rather sell it on eBay. I'm pretty sure I can sell it quicker and probably get more money. This one, Handbook for Sound Engineers, I'm going to list for $39.99 plus shipping. These are all prices that are legit prices that they could sell for. But also, okay, well, I'm going to keep going. The Pop-Up Book of Magic Tricks for $31.99. This is a cool little book that literally has pop-up magic tricks. Pretty rare, not that many of them, but it sells based on how many there are pretty consistently on eBay. This one is Now You See It, Now You Don't, Lessons in Sleight of Hand, but there's two of them. There's the first and second. There's apparently a third one, but I only have the first two. First one goes for like $5 to $8 on eBay, but this one goes for $25 and up, like 25 to $30. So I'm gonna list both of them together for $31.99. I could maybe ask for a tiny bit more, but somebody will probably pick up both of them, and they both sell pretty regularly on eBay. Introduction to Coin Magic is rare. I only found 2 copies for sale on eBay. I'm sorry, I think there were 3, and 1 has sold. But the people that currently have offers are not. I'm sorry. Yeah, the current listings on eBay, they're not even taking offers. It's crazy. I guarantee you, I will get some offers or sell that before they will. Richard Kaufman, Card Magic, $39.99, another legit price. But again, like I said, this is based on my research, right? Am I going to be 100% right? No, but I'm going to be pretty close. A lot of these will sell right away. Some of these will take a little bit longer. Some will take much longer than I thought. I might have to end up selling them instead of for $40, sell it for 20, 25, 18, whatever. I'm throwing out numbers, but you get the point. So there's plenty of profit in media, whether it's books, whether it's CDs, whether it's DVDs, whether it's records, whether it's video games, whether it's audiobooks, whatever it is. You just got to find the right ones. The Wiggles. I did a little research on the Wiggles. It's a kids program. There's you can sell them for really good money. The VHS tapes. There's 3 particular titles. Right now, off the top of my head, I think one of them was like, I don't remember. Anyway, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But they were selling. All 3 of them were selling for anywhere between $35 to $60 individually. But most of the other Wiggles, there might be a couple others, but most of the other ones, you're not going to get much individually. But if you put them into 4, 5, 6, 7 of them into a lot, you can get good money. So it's just about having information. Again, I could start selling electronics. I could start selling, I don't know, I can't think of anything. I could start selling sneakers. I could start selling, jeans, whatever. And I just had to learn where the profit is. That's all. There's profit in everything. There's also no profit in everything, because you can put up 500 items, 500 books, but none of them are really worth putting up. And you might sell some, in a month. Maybe you'll sell 30 of them, but they're not high priced, right? If you're listing stuff for $20 and under, then of course you're not going to make that much money. But if you're listing stuff for 30 to 60, let's say $30 and up, right? One for 30, one for 80, one for 50, one for 35, one for 40, one for $29.99, one for 150, etc. You get the point. Not every single one is going to sell for that exact price, but when you take offers, you can still get good money for it. And many of them will sell for the price you're asking for. Anyway, my rant is over. Do your research. Learn the niche you're selling in. Where is the money? Learn it. Information's out there. You just got to spend the time. can literally go to eBay and look at what has sold a particular, you know, type of media and see what sells for good money, and you'll know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.